How's it going, everybody? I'm the big guy. Welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. We're going to start off with the news of the week, of course, followed by your Smackdown and Raw reviews. Then we will go into a review of Survivor Series 2011, followed by your WWE Drink of the Week. Then, of course, we will have a reading from the Book of Rules, followed by the Battle Droid of the Week. We'll also be going a little more in depth to the WWE releases that happened this week. But first, let's get into it with the news of the week. First off, sad news as Judy Bagwell, mother of Buff Bagwell, has passed away. My condolences go out to the Bagwell family. I hope they are doing well in this time of tragedy. Please send your prayers and condolences to the Bagwell family in their time of loss. Also, does Kurt Angle see a bright future for a current WWE tag team member? Kurt Angle has officially said that in the future, Robert Roode, member of the Dirty Dogs, will be a WWE champion. He truly believes that Robert Roode will be the WWE champion coming soon. It's just going to take a little while for him to get away from Dolph Ziggler and become a single star again. He says that Vince McMahon has faith in him. He thinks that WWE has faith in him, and he will be a WWE champion. And finally, in your news this week, WWE has had another mass round of firings. These mass rounds of firings include such talents as Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Nia Jax, Harry Smith, Eva Marie, Mia Yim, Scarlett Boudreaux, I believe I'm saying that. I can never pronounce Scarlett's last name right. Scarlett. Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, Oni Larkin, B-Fab, Jessica Mia, Zeta Ramier, Trey Baxter, Katrina Cortez, Jet Rama, Graham Metalik, and Lindsay Dorado. So now we all know that Lucha House Party has officially all been released from WWE. Keith Lee has been released along with his fiancée Mia Yim. So has Karrion Kross and Scarlett, the real-life couple as well. Nia Jax and Ember Moon have been released as well. These are unbelievable names. Frankie Monet, I honestly, when I first saw this release list, I'm like, okay, someone's just having some fun. There's no way WWE releases these high-profile wrestlers. And B-Fab as well. That one shocked me as she has just made her main roster debut. She was on the main roster for 1 week and they released her. That is shocking to me. I don't know why. Who thought this was a good idea? And this is going to come into my Battle Droid of the Week, mark my words. But instead of talking about the sadness of the passing of Bagwell and the sadness of the releases, let's go on to your Smackdown review and get a little bit happier. Tonight's Smackdown kicked off with the Bloodline coming out and basically establishing themselves. Roman Reigns telling everybody to acknowledge him. He also said he took 1 week off from SmackDown and he did not watch. I want to know who wrote this segment because it was actually funny. It made me laugh. He said he was on a beach naked with his wife running around and his wife was loving it. I was dying laughing at that. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And he asked Paul, he now calls Paul his new name. Paul Heyman is now the wise man as far as Roman Reigns is concerned. I thought that was a cool little nickname. He asked him what happened last week. He said the Usos faced the New Day for the tag team titles. And there was something I realized from Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. While Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman was more based around respecting kayfabe, you could see Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman in kayfabe is based around Paul Heyman's scared of Roman Reigns. He truly is, the way he speaks with him. I know he respects him, but it's also more of a relationship based around fear than respect because he knows the tribal chief is the tribal chief. And I kind of like that, actually. I think it's a better aspect than Brock and Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman knew Brock would never really truly go for the jugular with him while he thinks Roman Reigns will. So I think it adds something great to it. They then called out the New Day, and Roman Reigns basically said, "You guys aren't anything. I'm the real king of WWE. You may have won a tournament, but I'm really the true king, so you're nothing." Xavier Woods then said, "Why don't I have a match with with Jimmy Uso today, James, Jimmy Jim, whatever you want to call him, and if I win, then he has to bend the knee to me. If he wins, I have to bend the knee to you." Roman then said the Bloodline accepts on behalf of Jimmy Uso. I thought that was a really cool thing. I thought it was a very good opening segment. They had some great... The Usos and New Day clearly have amazing chemistry. They've had it inside Hell in a Cell. They've had it in their feuds at Battleground. Whenever they feuded, the New Day and the Usos have had amazing matches. And that was clear in the main event tonight. After this, we got Naomi versus Shayna Baszler in a rematch. Naomi and Shayna Baszler actually had a great match. And the only thing I really don't like about Naomi is her finisher, the rear view. But it's clear she's trying to adapt a new finisher in where she delivers a pile driver from behind, from on the ropes. And I thought that was a really cool finish. And hopefully it becomes her finish for a long time. I hope they get rid of the rear view and maybe make Naomi this is her finisher. She would pin Shayna Baszler, but Sonya Deville would come out and said, since you use the ropes in your finisher, the pinfall doesn't count, and we are going to restart the match. And as Naomi was distracted by Sonya, Shayna Baszler came up from behind, locked in a Coquille clutch, and Naomi tapped out. That would be the end of the match for tonight, and Pat McAfee and both Michael Cole said this is really bad for Sonya. She has pissed off Naomi to no end, and this will end badly for Sonya Deville. After this, we got Shotzi backstage confirming her heel turn, saying she's going to run over the entire women's division on SmackDown, and she doesn't need a tank to do it. I thought that was I love Shotzi as a heel. I think this could be a real launching point for her career on SmackDown. She said she has lost everything from this match to her tag team partner, and I really feel that this could be the launching point for her career, in my opinion. After this, we got Los Latorias, which is Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, now just known as Garza, as Angel and Humberto versus Mansour and Cesaro. Mansour and Cesaro would be defeated by Humberto and Angel. I guess it's clear that Cesaro's push is over. He is back to tag team irrelevancy for him. Sorry, Cesaro, you deserve better. After this, we got Sami Zayn telling Aaliyah that she needs to wear a pantsuit to get more recognition on SmackDown. Sami Zayn is now moving away from his gimmick of there's a conspiracy against me. He now has a gimmick as a locker room leader, which I thought was pretty funny. I think it's going to be a good gimmick for Sami Zayn to be like, he's trying to be the guy to help young talent, but at the same time, he's trying to get himself over as well. So I kind of like that. I think Sami Zayn is very good in this aspect. After this, we got a banger of the match. Probably second match of the night. Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. Drew McIntyre, Ricochet. I love Ricochet as a performer. I think he's one of the best performers to ever set foot in a WWE ring, let alone any ring. Honestly, the guy can come out and have 5-star matches. If he was blindfolded with one leg, I think he would still have 5-star matches. So, I truly love Ricochet as a performer, and I think that Ricochet and Drew McIntyre can have an amazing feud, but unfortunately, they just didn't give him enough time. Ricochet would shake hands with Drew McIntyre at the end of this match. Drew McIntyre would show him respect, and after this, we would get a Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss happy talk segment with the Viking Raiders. Viking Raiders said they're not there to be their guests. They're there to raid, and they want a match against them. Corbin said the Viking Raiders are in a sour mood and told them it's because they're still in their Halloween costumes. And basically they had a match. I had no interest in this match. Viking Raiders, I really want them to be pushed as tag team champions, but we're not going to get that right away. I know they need to have some matches where they can truly establish themselves as the face of the tag team division. But we're not going to get that right away. They have to face Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, and they would pick up the victory over them. It was a count out. This match really didn't do anything for me. I wasn't really happy for this match. After this, we got Sami Zayn showing Hit Row. Hit Row had to do a proper entrance. He ran around, he danced, he was being Sami Zayn again. And Hit Row basically came out and told him he pressed his luck and Sami sucks. The whole crowd started chanting that, which was pretty cool. It's good to see Hit Row is over so well even after B-Fab has been released. Top Dollar is clearly going to be a great star in WWE. So is every member of Hit Row, in my opinion. Isaiah Swerve Scott has been an amazing performer on the indies when he was Kill Shot or just Swerve Scott. So I'm excited to see if they push them all as single stars. But I don't think that's going to happen. We'll probably get them in a couple tag teams, a couple singles matches, but I think they're mostly going to be a tag team on the main roster. After this, we got King Woods versus Jimmy Uso, and whoever won this match must bow to the other. They would have an amazing match of the night here. King Woods would pick up the victory over Jimmy Uso, and as Jimmy was going to kneel in front of Xavier Woods, Roman Reigns came out, hit Xavier with a great Superman punch from out of nowhere, then hit Xavier Woods with the spear. They would basically break both their kneecaps, is what they were insinuating on commentary, and they would then say, "We are the king." Roman would say, "I'm the king, you're nothing, I'm the king." And next week, I'll show you what a king looks like. I guess we're getting an Xavier Woods versus a king versus a Roman Reigns feud. And that's something I truly love. I would love to see this feud go very far, in my opinion. I would love to see this feud go on. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to your Raw review. I was watching this live in Las Vegas at the Sportsbook. I thought that was a very cool thing. They were actually showing it, and they were having bets on the matches. I didn't bet on the matches. I was just watching it, but it was very fun to watch this at the Sportsbook in Las Vegas from Caesar's Palace. I would actually see this in Las Vegas and would actually walk around to the Coliseum where WrestleMania 9 happens, and standing in front of that is surreal. I was looking at just going, this is where the worst WrestleMania of all time happens. That's what it's considered. It's considered the worst WrestleMania of all time. It has only one match on it that can be considered good at best, and that's the opener. Besides that, every other match is terrible. I will not be going into that. Will be a review I save for WrestleMania season because it is Survivor Series season. So let's go on with tonight's Raw. Kicked off with Seth Rollins coming to the ring and having an impassioned promo saying they are looking at the next WWE champion, and Raw will become Monday Night Rollins once again, and he is ready to take on